Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, Trubisky. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Trubisky on 1st down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Keenum to throw on 2nd down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards on the quick slant and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Damn, y'all know how to dribble?
That sort of opens the playbook now.
You
2nd
fucking play
and short.
sharp, brother.
What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now Keenum. Pressure, and he's taken down. A bear sack. Leonard Floyd
in
there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
You niggas make these bills and know how to fucking play with it. Contest, come on.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively
Bro,
not a real surprise there on the dime. From the gun, it's Keenum. This is Booker on the dump off. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up the first down and change our momentum?
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets through, and now an opening. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 42 yards. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Slasher and the sharpshooting playmaker. He's a sharpshooting playmaker. He ain't doing shit though.
Trubisky draw play, gives to Howard. And now running right through it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
Shoot with the ball. Come on, man. This is what we're doing.
They'll run on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Let me go out there,
Darian Stewart there to bring him down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Come on.
This is Howard on second down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
And the Broncos go to a nickel set on third down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there.
So let me say everyone shoot.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30, 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Hey.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that kick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back.
Yo, I done seen it all, brother.
32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
On play action, they'll throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Thank you. You shoot better. I'm just gonna keep setting screens. Get the ball, nigga. Let's get it.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line.
Here we go now. Green 30.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
A give to Howard. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
All right, here we go. Blue landed.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They run with Howard. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson from 8 yards out. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but, hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Parkey with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to
That
punt from
motherfucker
deep
bad
inside
from.
their
I
own
gotta put some yellow
territory,
tape
which
up, man.
means
That
you're going to lose the
motherfucker,
field
boy.
position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Shotgun snap for Keenum. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt.
Oh, better tackle him,
able to
boy.
make it to the 15 after the broken tackle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
3rd and 20, and no surprise, the defense in the dime. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
False start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, pick them up. And someone jumped.
On 3rd and long, it's Keenum looking deep downfield. But it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted.
Interception, baby.
A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Here's Brad Wing now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here.
Wide open down the middle of the field.
Catch is made. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Devontae Booker, 42
is my defense,
yards.
man.
And the Broncos are in for 6. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. Now McManus on to kick this one off.
Yeah, man. No problem, bro.
This is taken at the 3.
Falling off my goddamn view, man.
Able to fight through one tackle. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
I was on the drive-through.
Now Case Keenum and the offense heading back onto the field. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now, 2nd quarter, you're losing, you're not playing well. Probably feels like a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Yeah,
Certainly does, but it's something
total
that
yards,
have to be
man,
used to
and they
because
got
they're always
14.
carrying around that weight. So how do they adjust the weight? How do they make it work for them? How do they work against it? That's what we're going to find out going forward.
Yeah, they'll be trying to get all that weight off his shoulders here on this drive.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Throwing over the middle, but it's It's incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
And people got up out of here.
The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12. Out of the gun, Trubisky.
Throw the ball, boy.
Hard throw, incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Now Case Keenum and the offense heading back onto the field. He probably wants to improve how he's been playing. There's no doubt about that. But you don't want to overthink it too much and reinvent the wheel when your team's up, right?
That's so true. Because now if you're just worried about how you're playing, even though the team's winning, that's a selfish side of you that you don't want out there. And that's not what the best quarterbacks exhibit. So here's an opportunity to go ahead and guide the team, try to get better as the game goes along. But remember, your team's winning. Things are pretty good.
Yo, my niggas can't catch. We need an interception, man.
To start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Keenum again here on 2nd and 10. Looking deep for Demarius. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Broncos on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Keenum. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Brad Wing now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Returnable here from the 38. A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
Why did he ain't been
short
playing?
field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll leave it for Cullen, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Trubisky. And it's complete. The tight end, Deion Sims. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And shedding through the tackle. Going for it all. And that is caught But the back judge right there to say incomplete. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally, you would think he'd just take off and run downfield. He was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
Now
Good
Trubisky.
ball, boy.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
And Parkey's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Case Keenum and the offense heading back onto the field. His side, they've got the lead. But I think he's not happy with how he's playing. That's the bottom line. But how many adjustments need to be made when, bottom line, you're winning?
Yeah, you're just trying to play better for yourself, because if you do, then you've got a chance to increase your lead, and your team will play better. And look, when you...
That's caught inside the 20.
Holding offense.
Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, that felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Man, come on, man.
First time, Demaryius Thomas. That one goes for 24 yards.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Oh, what?
On first down, Keenum finds Jake Butt over the middle. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is Keenum. He's going to air one out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground and brings up 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you told the defense you're trying to stretch it out a little bit.
He changed his name now? They made him change his name?
He's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That was the first down? What?
Yes.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
That one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
On second down, here's Keenum. Sanders has it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after after. Able to stay
Pull
on
up on your bitch
line.
line.
Additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
He just look at him like, nigga, what's going on?
Now a handoff. It's Freeman.
Come on, man.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Royce Freeman, 38 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now McManus for the extra point. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Now McManus on to kick this one off. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You gotta live your life righteously, man.
2 minutes remain here in the first half.
You wanna live righteous, right?
Right after this.
She can.
She got no what she doing.
No, you gotta have your full attention.
Coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year.
No, she ain't got none of your attention in. I don't know what she's talking about.
This opening weekend.
We got
on 2nd down, here's Trubisky.
This nigga, this nigga Trubisky trash, boy.
And it's 3rd and 4.
Get this nigga up out of here, man.
There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the Commerce has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Quick slant there gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. Now Trubisky to throw.
Big boney.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
One thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
I'm going to pull up on your bitch line.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Trubisky to throw. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Offside. Defense.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
The penalty is declined.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
Yeah, they keep jumping on fast.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count
Still
got him
second
there?
down.
Yeah, maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Go on.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On first down, Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Man, this nigga can't hit nothing but them damn screen passes, boy.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for
Take him
big
out, put their
yardage.
rookie in
The
there, man.
blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
On that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. Now it's Trubisky, and incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. To the football.
Oh,
it's
my
blocked.
God.
Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick.
Hell no.
That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
What kind of spread you going to use, man?
There's nothing routine in football.
What spread
this
you going to
one
use?
really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
Keenum now on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete.
Man, these niggas, come on, man.
As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Damn, I need something to eat.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Drops it underneath for Booker.
Oh, man.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now Keenum.
Jesus Christ.
He's got the hook up to Thomas.
Everybody's running wide open downfield, man. What's going on,
man?
man?
First down on the 15-yard play.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. Nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Out of the gun, Keenum. This is Booker.
Look at this. We're not covering nobody, man.
Break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To the air again, Keenum. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
You got no timeouts.
Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Again, they'll throw with Keenum. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And in the late stages of the first half, it's the Lions who are out in front. The Lions trying to start the season right, and is looking good so far at home. From there, we head over to the Pacific Northwest to check on the Seahawks at home in Seattle. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. The Seahawks looking to get to 1-0, and they've got the lead in front of their home faithful. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. The Raiders with the best possible start to their season, a road victory in the opener. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't
Boy, I was about to
hold
say.
it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So they go out of the gun, try to delay it on the draw, but nothing there.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. They sniffed it out and made sure there were no gaps for him to run. If you're the offense, though, you have to think to yourself, maybe I go play action down the road.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down.
Oh my God, get him! Yo! Yo!
A pickup of 24
Oh my
on the
God.
3rd down conversion.
That should have been a sack. Man, I didn't get no sleep the night before. I stayed up till like 4:30 in the morning. I had to get up at 6. Probably got all of 3 hours of sleep last night.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Yeah.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this
Yeah, we
off to
keep
his
making
fullback.
tackles.
And he's
This is
taken
strong.
down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Missing
23
tackles.
yards on the play. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Adrian Amos with a pick.
I'm going to take that.
First
I only
possession
got
of
a
the
fucking
3rd quarter,
interception,
an
man.
interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20. After the interception, here's Trubisky. And that's incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Now it's Trubisky.
Oh, my goodness.
Brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to drop it for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing just outside his own goal line. This is taken at about the 14. Now a hit and a loose football. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Still just inside the 35-yard
I'll be on tomorrow, man.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Keenum throwing on 2nd. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A Bronco 1st down. Keenum hooking up with Thomas.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Keenum now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. This is Freeman. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Keenum. But it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And McManus able to put it through, and that will get the lead up to 14. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On second down, here's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. They'll run it now out of the gun. Shifts by him. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That was a good, forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action. Trubisky. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Shaquille Barrett in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Sims is tight end, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Trubisky with the give to Howard. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Again, it's Howard. Howard has the first down and then some. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. It was Darian Stewart that time who was able to knock the pass away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard taking it in from a yard out. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight ahead power, and they got it done.
Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey adds the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And finishing it off with a touchdown run was Jordan Howard. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Case Keenum and the offense heading back onto the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Freeman trying to earn some more carries in this Bronco running game as they come up here 1st and 10. Off play action. Keenum. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Freeman. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game.
And down he goes. Keenum is sacked.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Here's Brad Wing now. He's been terrific so far. Oh, the Bears break through, and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Fighting through pressure. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And Parkey's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a 1st down throw. Keenum. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Keenum. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Keenum now to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's Freeman. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. That's caught. It's Thomas. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They come out here in the I. They'll run here with Freeman. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Now Keenum on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jake Blunt, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. McManus's point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And now running right through it. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Let's go.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On 1st down, Trubisky And he slings one that's incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Miller. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Trubisky to throw again. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run with Freeman. There's a nice move. Oh, and now he bowls it. He's got daylight. 30, the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Royce Freeman, 78 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that.